Hi everyone, this is Teacher Ria and welcome back to our English video. So today, we will focus on our second quarter, week 6 of our English lesson. And it is about sources of information. So, continue watching and listening. So, let's begin. Sources of information. As a learner, you are used to accomplishing homework and research works given by your teachers. Wanting to fully understand these learning activities, you work on finding more information from various sources or materials. The gathered details from various sources support your answers and maximize your understanding of the lesson. So to achieve this, you must be aware as to where to find information and how to access or use various materials or sources. Also, the relevance and credibility of the sources of information you use must always be considered. So in this lesson, you are expected to compare and contrast contents of materials viewed from sources of information. So it can be print, online, and broadcast. Let us examine the pictures below. So you will see there are 4 pictures below. What sources do you use in gathering information for your assignment and other school activities? So do you use picture letter A, picture letter B, letter C, or letter D? Let us try to answer learning task number 1. So you will identify the material to be used in each situation below. So you will classify each as to is it print, broadcast, or online. So you will answer this in your notebook. Let us start with number 1. Maita needs to watch news on television. So what is it? Is it print, broadcast, or online? Number 2. Mrs. De Chavez used the chart which she bought from the local bookshop in explaining the water circuit. Number 3. Alex tours around Tayabas City using the interactive map installed in his cell phone. Number 4. The pupils watch available videos online on gardening. And number 5. My parents love to read newspapers every morning. Were you able to get a high score in learning task number 1? If yes, well, that is good for you. But if it is not, it's okay. We will discuss about it. So, let's learn about sources of information. So, we have here print materials. Print materials consist of all written and printed materials. Examples of these sources are printed versions of textbooks, workbooks, reference books, magazines, newspapers, and journals. So, any printed materials are called print materials. Now, the second one is broadcast materials. So, these are resources transmitted to public through radio and television, public service announcements, daily news, weather forecasts, interviews, documentaries, comedies, movies, sports, and advertisements or commercials are typical examples of broadcast materials. The next one is online materials. These are learning resources that are made available online. Common examples of online resources are blogs or vlogs, podcasts, audiobooks, e-books, videos, mobile apps, web pages, social media, and emails or electronic mails. In accessing online materials, take note to be careful and be vigilant with the authorship credibility and authenticity of internet documents, since some sources may contain unverified information. So when we say authenticity, is it true? Is it based on facts? So you will be careful with that. And with the use of various sources of information, you may now compare and contrast the information viewed from print, broadcast, and online platforms. The skills on comparing and contrasting are necessary in enriching your knowledge in finding reliable and credible sources of information. So now we can answer learning task number 2. Presented below are various sources of information. So they are grouped in each number. Identify which source of information does not belong to each group. Again, does not belong to each group. Write your answers in your notebook. And then, after eliminating the material which does not belong to each group, you will classify the 3 remaining materials as if it is a print, online, or broadcast material. So, you will classify them. You will answer the classification in number 6 to 10. Okay, let's start. Number 1, we have textbooks, workbooks, reference books, daily TV news. So, which does not belong to that group? So, you will write it in your notebook. Then, number 2, TV documentaries, e-book, radio comedies, TV commercials. So, which does not belong to that group? Number 3, blogs or vlogs, written diary, videos, web pages. So, which does not belong to that group? Number 4, printed magazines, printed newspaper, social media, printed journal. So, which does not belong to that group? Next, number 5, we have here email, book, e-book, mobile app, classifications of material. Mobile app classifications of material. So, which does not belong to it? So, after answering number 1 to 5, you may now answer number 6 to 10. The remaining 3 materials, you classify them if it is print, online, or broadcast material. So, good luck! I hope you got a high score with our learning task number 2. We may now proceed to our activity worksheets. Now, are you proud to see Filipinos who are popular abroad? Is it sometimes we repeatedly watch their videos or their articles? We look for important details about them, and then the details are everywhere in writing and in communication. Do you remember this person on the picture? So let us read the text below and write the important details about him. Fill out the organizational chart at the back of your activity worksheet. So take a look at the picture. This is Marcelito Lito Castro Pomoy. He was born in Imus, Cavite and raised in Bislig City, Surigao del Sur, Philippines. When he was young, his father was imprisoned while his mother left him alone with his younger siblings and went to Manila. He was later adopted by a police officer, and then later on, both his biological father and mother had separate families of their own. So Pomoy had discovered his talent while doing poultry work, singing in both a male tenor voice and strikingly convincing female soprano voice. This paved the way for him to join different contests in both the amateur and professional leagues. He tried his luck in Talentadong Pinoy, but regrettably did not make it. He later joined the second season of Pilipinas Got Talent or PGT when he was 25 years old and by this time successfully made the cut. At the course of his PGT stint, he was able to fulfill his lifelong dream to reunite with his family. Let us continue. Pomoy makes regular appearances on ASAP or ASAP, and his first studio album entitled Do It Yourself was released in 2011 or 2011 under Star Records. The performance of the Manila station caught the attention of the American television host Ellen DeGeneres. She invited him with his wife to appear on her show, The Ellen Show. He performed 2 songs on the show, The Prayer and Beauty and Youth, gaining attention internationally because of that show. In August 2019, he appeared on ASOP, A Song of Praise music festival in its 7th edition, singing Joel Habilosa's Pagbabalik. The festival was broadcast on Philippine television channels. So Pomoy's success on PGT led to his being a contestant on the second season of America's Got Talent, The Champions. He auditioned with The Prayer in episode 2 that aired January 13, 2020. Being qualified to the next round, he followed it by singing the main soundtrack of Beauty and the Beast in the semi-finals. He performed Conte Partiro in Italian. In the final, he sang We Are the Champions from Queen with the additional participation of other finalist acts Boogie Storm Duo, Transcend and Hans and Russian Bar. He finished 4th in the competition overall. I hope you understand the article we just read about Marcelito Pomoy. So now, take a look at the organizational chart we have here in our activity sheet. So we have there the title, Marcelito Lito Castro Pomoy. So you will see the how many rectangles do we have there. All you need to do is write the important details about Marcelito Pomoy based on that article. You will write it inside the boxes of your organizational chart. So, good luck and oh, we're finished, guys. That's it. So, I hope you learned something from our video today, and I hope you answered all your activities correctly. So, thank you for watching and for listening. See you next time. God bless.